All right, today we're cracking open the Solopreneur Playbook. We're going to chart a course from a simple side hustle all the way to becoming a one-person unicorn.
So let's kick things off with this, just a huge idea from OpenAI's Sam Altman. A single person building a billion-dollar company. I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but the tools and the leverage to actually make it happen, they're coming online right now.
That really is the billion-dollar question, isn't it? How do you actually get from an idea rattling around in your head to a massively scaled one-person empire? Well, look, it's a journey, right? And it starts way smaller than you might think.
All right, first things first, the solopreneur spark. This is ground zero, that huge, crucial leap from just having an idea to actually getting your very first paying client.
So where do the best ideas even come from? A lot of the time they come from just solving a problem that you have. Take a developer named Takuya. He just wanted a better note-taking app for himself, so he built one called InkDrop. Well, that little personal project is now his full-time business. The point is, if you have a problem, it's a pretty safe bet that other people have it too.
Okay, so how do you actually land that first client? The cool thing is there are a bunch of different ways to go about it. Eileen Lonergan, for example, she just started by volunteering to build a website for her local library. Then you've got people like Latasha James and Nick Sarayev, who both used Upwork to get their first gigs. Nick had this brilliant strategy where he'd actually record a custom video solving a potential client's problem before they even hired him. Talk about providing value up front. And Eileen's first pay job? A simple $400 website for a local bakery. You see, you don't have to start big. You just have to start.
All right, so you've landed a few clients, things are moving, you're making a bit of money. But then, bam, you hit a wall. Here's how you smash through it, by building systems, not by just grinding harder.
This is such a classic pain point. Nick Sarayev talks about hitting this exact ceiling, trying to juggle 5 or 6 custom projects all at once. He was completely stressed out, his sleep was a total mess, and he literally had no more hours in the day to sell. This is that moment where a lot of people either burn out or they decide they have to hire a team. But there is a third option.
And that third option, it's a game-changing concept called productization. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful idea. You stop reinventing the wheel for every single client. Instead, you figure out the common patterns in your work and you turn your custom service into a standardized, repeatable package.
And oh man, this is where the magic really kicks in. Just look at these numbers from Nick Sarayev's own experience. Before, a big project took him a full 40-hour week. After he created his templates and productized the service, that same type of project took him just 5 hours. He didn't just get paid more, he literally bought back 35 hours of his life.
His effective rate just shot up to $1,000 an hour. That is an 8 times increase in efficiency, and not from grinding harder, but from working smarter. This is it. This is the core of how you scale by yourself.
Sean Puri has this amazing quote that just nails this whole mindset shift. A cow kind of grazes all day, just constantly working, head down. A lion, on the other hand, rests, saves its energy, and then executes a really powerful, focused hunt. Productization lets you stop grazing on all these endless custom tasks and start hunting for those high-impact, repeatable wins.
So, okay, you've got this awesome, scalable system. Now you're at a fork in the road. You have to make a big decision. And it's not just about growth anymore. It's about choosing the kind of business and really the kind of life you actually want.
And this really is the crossroads. All the traditional business books tell you one thing: grow, 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 which almost always means hiring people. But for a solopreneur, growth can look very, very different.
Latasha James actually lived this exact dilemma. At her peak, she had a team of 7 people and was dealing with payroll of around 10 grand a month. But all the overhead of managing people, giving feedback, just being a boss, it led to total burnout. She realized that staying solo, even though it meant doing more of the hands-on work herself, actually gave her higher profits and, way more importantly, the freedom to do the creative stuff she loved.
And this right here, this is so powerful. Her definition of success wasn't some huge valuation. It was being able to watch TV in the middle of the day. It just proves that success can look totally different for everyone, right? It highlights a really key point. Solopreneurship is often about designing a life, not just building a company.
But look, solo doesn't mean you're totally alone, right? Your team just looks different. It's not about employees on a payroll. It's about leverage. You use automation tools as your admin assistant, you bring in strategic contractors as your special ops team, and you join mastermind groups that act as your board of directors.
Okay, now we get to the final piece of the puzzle, and honestly, this is the most exciting part. If productization was the key to scaling, well, AI is the key to doing what was once impossible. This is where Sam Altman's vision of that one-person unicorn really starts to feel real. Think about it. We've been talking about building systems and templates. Now, what if those systems could actually think for themselves? What if they could adapt and execute really complex tasks all on their own? That's the incredible leap that AI gives us. There's this great term for it from Greg Eisenberg, the AI-first company. In this model, you, the founder, you're not the one doing all the coding or the marketing. No, you're the conductor of an orchestra, the visionary whose job is to manage a team of specialized AI agents that execute everything flawlessly.
So you can just forget about the old school org chart. This is the new one. It's just you. You're at the top, and you're directing these AI agents that handle everything, from engineering and marketing to sales and customer support. Each one of them is like your own tireless 24/7 expert employee.
So, the new playbook. It's actually pretty clear when you lay it all out. You start by building an audience and a brand. Then you scale by creating a productized service. And then, for that truly massive exponential scale, you hand over the reins to your army of AI agents.
You see, in the end, this whole path, it isn't really just about making money. It's a deliberate choice, a choice for maximum leverage, for personal freedom, and for building a business that's totally in line with the life you actually want to live.
So that brings us right back to the beginning, right? Back to that huge potential. With the tools we have now, the old rules just don't apply anymore. The only real question left is, what could you build with an army of AI agents at your command?